Nice moves!
You've got this.
That was crazy.
Hey, these mountains though.
It's an intimidating environment.
Everybody has her own personality and her own style.
Oh. They're going to be rock climbing.
I did it!
Backcountry touring and freeride skiing. And they're going to be mountain biking.
It's going to come down to who can perform like when the moment is there.
We are here to make some history at Ultimate Mountain Athlete. My name is Salema Masakela. I am joined by the legendary Amy Angerbretson, and we are here to make some history at Ultimate Mountain Athlete. We are deep in the beautiful backcountry, Amy, of the San Juan Mountains in Colorado, a magic day. And this is a land where history has been made. In the 1800s, they used to mine for silver and gold. We have 8 unique athletes that are here, used to getting gold and silver on podiums, but this is an entirely different playing field.
These elite athletes are going to be competing against each other in 3 different alpine sports. They're going to be rock climbing at Uncompahgre Gorge. They're going to be backcountry touring and freeride skiing at Red Mountain Pass. And then we're going mountain biking at Mesa Park. It's going to be a crazy week.
So many activities and so much competition, and if that was not enough, only one man and woman will earn the title of Ultimate Mountain Athlete Champion and drive away in a brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. You gotta love it.
Up first, Salema, we're going rock climbing.
Yay!
I guess I had no idea what to expect.
Everyone is so talented.
It's an intimidating environment. Is there no swearing on the show, I would assume?
You can swear.
Okay, she'll try not to.
Yeah. I mean, I think like with the people that are here for this competition, everyone's on a relatively similar playing field.
The ladies in this comp, they are so rad.
Any teeth?
Nope. Okay. I know that Cami is gonna just crush me in the bike.
Oh, this chick is gnarly. She goes huge.
Have you seen her Instagram? It's like mind-blowing. Everybody has her own personality and her own style.
Honestly, the game plan for the next few days of competition is do the best with the conditions we've got and try to have a good time.
If somebody asked me, do you know how to do this thing? Have you tried this thing? I always want my answer to be yes.
I'm just gonna try and do my best and have a good time.
It's really just going to come down to who can perform like when the moment is there.
No idea what this is gonna be like, but let's go. I'm down. Maybe win a Toyota? Sweet, let's go.
Amy,
Salema,
I love it here.
it's gorgeous.
This Uncompahgre Gorge is one of the most beautiful places ever. If you've never been to Ouray, put it on your list of things to do. It is also a place that is synonymous with climbing. Today, we are going lead climbing, where our athletes are going to have an array of options that they've never touched before.
What these athletes are doing today is they are on-sighting these routes. They've never seen them before, they've never attempted them before, and they really have very little information about these climbs. They have 30 minutes to complete 2 clean sends, and that time's cumulative. So the time that they use on their first attempt, whatever's left over goes to their second attempt, be it long or short. These athletes are going to be judged on the route difficulty, and time will only be a factor if we have a tiebreaker, which means 2 athletes complete the same route.
I love it. Let's go climbing.
Can't wait.
Normally when I'm climbing, I don't have any nerves, but today, definitely there were some nerves going when you have a production crew and people are filming, drones are flying, and a lot more at stake. It wasn't your typical climbing day.
Jedidiah Kravitz.
He was our first athlete of the day, first athlete of the competition.
I like this dude because he's a big man, and I think people associate climbing with just being nimble, spindly humans. And when I met Jedidiah and I learned he climbed El Cap, I was like, well, maybe there's hope for me.
There's a lot of strategy involved because you get more for climbing something hard, but if you didn't make it to the top, then you wouldn't get the extra bonus points of actually completing the climb. So you had to be strategic, and you also only had 30 minutes to climb, so also something that you could climb within the time frame. So I kind of chose the 11A to start to kind of get familiar with the rock, see how I was feeling.
He's doing a great job up there. We're watching the climber, not so much on the movement they're making, if they grab the right hold the right way and whatnot, but mostly what we're looking for is the height that they get and the number of quick draws or clips that they make. Those are their safety pieces of gear as they move up the climb. Really nice and confident, looking good. Moving well with those feet.
Look at him just motoring up this thing. He's making it look fairly mellow. He's using his feet and legs a lot. Like he's not even using his arms.
Like a mountain goat.
Yeah, he's goating right up that thing.
Because they're, they're kind of muscly like Jedidiah, but nimble.
Definitely there were some nerves in the beginning and kind of got the jitters out, but also was feeling pretty pumped. I feel like that's something you lose a lot when you don't climb. You lose like your endurance, and also like my finger strength I feel like is now where it was like last fall when I was climbing a lot.
Looks like you just got to the anchor. And we'll put stuff to this.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
That's always so tricky when you're so close to the anchor. It's like you just, like you want it. Do I clip? Do I climb? What do I do?
I think my performance was as good as I could have done really after skiing all winter. Like I haven't been climbing, so it felt good to just get back out on real rock.
Hi, we got a successful summit.
920. How much of a climber is Molly?
I mean, Molly's primary thing, she's a professional skier. She was on the Freeride World Tour this year. She's won the Freeride World Tour, a couple stops of it. But I think climbing is kind of like one of her hobby sports. She's based in Lake Tahoe. A lot of good climbing, a lot of granite-based climbing in Tahoe, which is usually really smooth slab. So this is a totally different style of climbing from what she's used to.
Different kind of rock?
Different kind of rock, different kind of handhold. And she's just coming right out of her season, So I think she told me she's only been on like one climb since the fall. So again, fitness is playing a huge, huge factor here of just how far can she go before her arms just totally pump out.
I'm not like the most confident climber. I was nervous I was gonna be on TV and just chuff in front of all my climbing friends at home.
Doing great. She's only a few minutes in and she had 3 clips, so her job is to pace herself, keep her energy, be nice and fresh for the crux.
You lean on a hold like it's gonna be like stronger. So it was like more of a balancey, kind of more techie climb that we're at. I rely more sometimes on tech climbing because I'm not like crazy strong.
I think she's gonna be so stoked if she can put down a clean send and like start this competition off. There she goes. That's it. Ready? Yeah. Yeah, Molly. Woo. Oh, that's so sick. That's gotta feel so good for her. Molly was telling me this morning when we first got here that like she never does this. She never on-site sends. And this is a big deal for her.
We're all skiers, and climbing takes a little bit of a back seat, as does mountain biking. So this is really a lot of our first outdoor climbs of the year.
He just watched Jed have a clean send on this route. So he has a little bit more intel than Jed did, for sure. Because he watched it, he had this time to study it. He saw what worked for Jed, what didn't. Obviously, they have different climbing styles. They're different people. They're both really tall. Advantage is, I think, too strong of a word, but maybe like a little leg up.
First line, I just wanted to make sure I did something that I was, pretty confident I could make it to the top of.
I mean, look how fast he's going.
Yeah, he's running. Sir, you're not allowed to run up the mountain.
It's a little bit different, like climbing with the sort of mindset of like you have a finite amount of time to do it. It kind of made me want to just be as quick as possible at the beginning and make sure I got up that thing kind of with like ample time remaining to try something a little bit harder on the second climb.
Oh wow, no struggle here.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell it's that crux is getting up over the roof.
I pulled over the lip and just sort of felt around, and I couldn't really find anything I was super confident in, so I just kind of slunk back down to the good hole, take a little rest, look around a little more, and then I think the second time I was able to find something that was, worth pulling on.
All right. Nice. Excellent. Those big feet are so nice. It's like even if you're off balance, you can still use them. All right, you just eyeballing that last clip.
Getting to the top of the first one was good.
He's about to be done quickly.
It gave me the confidence to just try something like a little bit harder, but not go too crazy, and try a few grades harder and maybe get shut down.
Right on!
Because it seemed like making it to the top was pretty important, so I'm glad I saved myself a little bit of time to take it a bit slower on the second lap.
So Emily is a very adept ice climber. She spent a lot of time here in Ouray ice climbing. Obviously, so many similarities between rock climbing and ice climbing, but we'll see how she does.
Yeah.
Climb on, Emily.
For me, my mantra for the climbing was, I have nothing to prove, but I want to improve.
So as a judge, Marcus and I are both looking with the fine too with the binoculars. Look at that no hands rest. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's one thing every climber wants right there.
The energy had just shifted. And
I agree with you. I agree 100%.
she just feels, confident now.
Nice, Emily. Woo! Yeah.
I have confidence in Carston.
Oh yeah.
It's the silent killers to me that are always the one.
So that's been Carston's MO his whole kind of career, is he's known for doing these really amazing feats and expeditions and all this stuff that's totally under the radar.
He's that dude.
There was a lot of unknown, and I know that a couple of the other guys are way stronger climbers than I, so I just picked fun routes that were a bit of a reach and had no problem with falling on them and just tried to have a nice time.
He's moving quite well. He's got the shakes out of the way. Yes.
This looks a little committing.
Oh,
Whoa! And that's
right,
that.
Time.
I can't believe I'm doing this. It's under good energy.
Climbing it was my hardest day for me. I don't have much experience climbing. I was a bit nervous, but at the same time I was very excited. And actually it was a sick day. I learned a lot watching the other guys sending it. I'm a sender, so I was like, I'm gonna do this,
There we go. That's good. Nice work, Cami.
Clip.
Get a clip.
Clip.
Get a clip.
Clip.
She clipped.
Yes! I did it! I can't believe that I did it. I'm so excited. Yes, that was so much fun. Buddy, you got this.
Thank you, Cami. Good climbing. Do you think I'll be able to reach the bolt above the flake there?
The climbing comp, for me, I went into it basically just not climbing for years. I'm gonna just do the easy stuff, what I can get up. I expected to climb the 5.9 off the bat, and then I kind of made a pivot change right off, right when I was supposed to go, and I decided to climb the 5.10.
So he just leveled up. Yeah, he was planning to do something a little easier, and I don't know what his mentality was, but he decided to level up slightly.
It's not out of his wheelhouse.
To make rogue calls.
Yeah.
And just go for it. He's got send in his blood, we know that.
I've known McNutt for a while, and I know how damn good he is at everything. Jed and Carston are just silent little ninjas. Both of them are absurdly talented, well-rounded athletes, and it's a treat to be a part of this together with those guys.
Well, this is a man who double backflipped
Corbetts.
at Kings and Queens and became champion. He wanted some advice from me before he went.
Jake did.
And I said, Jake, you just got to pretend like you're double backflipping up. That's your mindset, and it will carry you forth. And he was like, I know what that means.
Right now he's doing a split.
Yeah.
It's more of a stretch than a flip.
All right, Jake. Yeah.
So we got Mads.
Madison is our resident freebird, and I mean that in full compliment.
How do I look? Just kidding.
Her personality range is so vast, and her energy on land is, you've never really met anyone like her.
So today was awesome. It was day one, comp day.
Have fun.
Once the harnesses go on and you're just gearing up and getting ready to climb, like I had to pee probably like 14 times before I went because you just get those nervous energy. Like you watch your homie go up and you're like, oh dude, that was so sick, but they're cruxing out, and you definitely get nervous.
I want to see how she applies all that super spontaneous energy to this climb.
I know Mads has a competitive spirit, and I think that she's fired up right now. I think watching Molly get that clean send like has Mads totally fired up.
A little fired up, like the kumbaya portion of the competition is over.
I think kumbaya like goes right out the window at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Climb on. Madison's been diversifying so much in her career. You know, she started out as a alpine ski racer and got into big mountain skiing and all that stuff. And this year she has just been going hard mountaineering. She's from Jackson. She lives in the Tetons, and she's been putting up some rowdy ascents out in Teton National Park. She's in a get after it headspace right now.
To me, like climbing is something that I do for fun. And so I usually try to have that attitude going in. When there's the competition aspect, I get competitive with myself. I'm like, I want to perform the best that I can perform, and I want to do well.
You can do it, Madison Rose. Oh my gosh. Oh.
As a little kid, I just had like so much energy. My parents didn't really know what to do with me.
Do it again.
So they were like, let's get this girl into as many sports as possible. And one of those happened to be skiing. I just loved the feeling of going fast and sliding down the mountain with 2 planks on my feet.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I feel really lucky to have a very solid group of people that have my back and put up with all my crazy shit. So, you know, my mom has to like watch these really sketchy videos on Instagram of me just like free soloing up this mountain, but she's extremely supportive and loving.
Thanks for being here.
I think what motivates me in life is just being able to live life to the fullest and like strive to be able to be like proud of myself on my own for the accomplishments that I've had and like the that I've had to overcome.
Slowing down a little bit, but we're still going.
She says she's slowing down, but I don't see it.
Just be yourself, own it. Don't let anyone put you in a box. Shine. You're supposed to shine. You will always be too much of something for someone. Too big, too small, too soft, too edgy. Apologize for mistakes. Apologize for unintentionally hurting someone, but never apologize for being who you are. I dig that.
She is now the same height as Carston, but Molly topped out, so Madison needs to do the same.
Yeah.
Keep up with her.
She knows that Molly topped, so she knows she needs to get to the top.
I know Molly is a strong climber and I'm a strong climber. I think we're kind of in the same wheelhouse, but it all comes down to like the second climb, you know, because you combine the scores.
I know that time isn't a factor unless we get into a tiebreak, but
Could be what we're looking at here.
but this young woman is motoring. I think we're gonna see the fastest time.
It just felt like super good and cruiser, and I was like, sweet, I'm just gonna like try to do the rest of it as fast as I can and make it to the top, and then that just felt good to have one under the belt.
Nice. What was it?
Amazing. All right, Amy, after our first climb, your thoughts on athlete strategy?
I mean, I could see that these athletes were nervous coming into the first day of competition. They all put up some really nice routes on this wall. It was a joy to watch. We saw some good stuff.
Yeah, and Mads showed us that she's built of other things.
Yeah, Mads and Molly looked the most comfortable on the wall, in my opinion. They just made it look stylish, actually.
The real question is going to be whether or not speed will be a factor as we head into the second climb. Like, will we find ourselves in a tiebreaker potential situation?
Totally, it's all going to be up to what routes the athletes choose for their second attempt. We had Jed and McNutt. We had a couple people on similar routes in the first attempt, and so we're just going to have to see if that tiebreaker is going to come into play.
Also, who's going to level up?
Yeah, it looks harder and longer.
He has 15 minutes and 7 seconds left on his clock to complete this route.
It kind of benefited the climber to climb something that was maybe above their ability level or like at their ability level. So for me, 5'11" is a real tricky objective.
He just takes his time, he'll be okay.
Yeah, and hopefully they've all got those first climb jitters out too, you know?
I basically was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. Everyone made it look super fun. I'm gonna just give it my best. Above the ledge was super blank. I was looking at it like, no way, man.
Apart as far as, you know, between him and Carston for points, so that's a good strategy.
Nice job, Jake! Nice job!
It was cool. It's kind of fun to take a big whip.
All right, we got McNutt.
Trying something much harder than the first route.
So Nick is leveling up.
Yeah.
Taking his 22 minutes and 52 seconds, dialing it up to a 5'11" I like his strategy.
And it will be the hardest route that anybody's attempted so far today.
The bottom sort of half of that second climb was just pretty technical climbing, like a little bit thought-provoking and like smaller holds, but it was less steep. And then below the roof, there was some loose rocks. So it was just sort of like trying to be careful moving through, you know, some holds that might not last.
Oh, little loose rock there.
What I learned about climbing today, Amy, is that you can have a plan and then the rock is also going to have a say. The big question though is, did Nick bite off more than he could chew? All that time on his hands and now he's literally hanging off the side of a cliff. We're gonna leave you there.
Next time on Ultimate Mountain Athlete.
Yeah!
What the I want to do now?
Oh! Climbing did not disappoint.
It is time to go skiing. Let's see what these athletes can do on snow.
It was probably the event I was thinking was going to be the hardest one. Well, you know, push the body as hard as I could.
She just went down.
It was a long one.
That was a burner!
Deep in the beautiful backcountry of my life. Hold on a second, here we go.
The San Juan Mountains!
3, 2.
Send it! Send it! Send! Ow.
Ready? Okay.
Here to make it hit. All right, here we go. And we are going climbing. Cue the sleds. Cue the sleds. Louder.
More snowmobile! More snowmobile!
It's like the cowbell of the mountains. Snowmobile. More.